you.
And so with Qitmeer Network and Islamic Finance, could you tell us more about its history and the role within the cryptocurrency market?
Okay, you see, firstly, we have to say there is Islamic finance, all right? So firstly, we have to say Islamic finance. Islamic finance is a very fast growing segment of financial world after 2008, and currently it occupies around $2 trillion. All right, so with double-digit growth, and the desired market is most likely 1.8 billion population of Muslim consumers. So it has very huge potential. All right, so so this industry is very attractive from the theory, academically, but when it comes to the practice, the industry practice is a little bit different is a little bit beyond, below the expectation of the industry designers. Because why we want to develop Islamic finance? Because we want to help our society to develop real economy, all right, and also to forbid to forbid interest that imposed on the economic system. But the problem is that is when we are trying to avoid riba, all right, so we have to develop very complicated legal structures to avoid the riba from the surface. But by the reality, it also has a very high financial cost. So what we are trying to say that is we need to help Islamic finance industry to serve the real economy in a cost-effective, in a transparent, in an open way. This is first point. Second point is that in terms of cryptocurrency, there's a lot of argument, all right, in terms of speculation, in terms of decentralization, especially in Islamic finance space, all right. So when we look at a cryptocurrency space, right, some Sharia scholars make argument that this is not Sharia compliant because it's too much speculative. It's not backed up by any any real asset. It does not have any credit from any government or from any central bank. Or there's a lot of argument about this one, right? So we look at two perspectives. Firstly, we have to look at when we look at cryptocurrency, two perspectives. Firstly, is that does this cryptocurrency have any underlying asset? Does this cryptocurrency that is backed up by anything? We look from their consensus perspective. Another thing is that about ecosystem, right? Because of ecosystem, that is we need to look at what is the use cases, right? Because some cryptocurrency, they might serve a different purpose, which might not be in line with the principles and the ethical values of Islamic finance. Because some of the applications might be used for gambling, might be used for lottery. So a lot of use cases which is not absolutely in line with Islamic finance. So which means there's a huge demand from Muslim consumer market to design or develop a cryptocurrency that is in line with Islamic finance, not only from the perspective of Sharia side, but also from the ecosystem side, from its use cases side. So that is why I see there's a possibility of convergence, of combining these two industries together, so to satisfy each other and to bring the benefit and bring a concrete value to support each other. That is why one of the very fundamental reasons we jump into this project.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you for explaining it so well. And so, how would you define Qitmeer and the Medina network?
Okay, so you see, this is actually a very interesting topic that is why we need to upgrade to Medina network. Likewise, right now, so because firstly you have to know that there's a huge difference between to run a company and to run a public blockchain community, which ecosystem, which include the developers, the miners, the exchange, the investors, and the use cases, the regulators. So it's a very complicated ecosystem, which means like it's not like a one-man show that you can decide everything by yourself. Like in my company, I can do this one because I'm the 100% owner of this company. But in blockchain, that is how to arrive to a consensus about one transaction, how to create trust. How to create trust is the most important thing of blockchain. So some people is based on proof of work, your input of value, and some is based on proof of stake. It's like what is the stake you are holding in this entity. So we decide we decide your weight in terms of the decision making power. So because we adopt a proof of work consensus, so which require the consumption of energy, mostly like renewable energy, and so that is why we need to be friendly with miners. You understand what I'm saying? Because like the coin, like I'm the one of the founders of this project, but I cannot get a coin by myself for free. No, I have to use my money to as a miner to mine the coins, or I have to buy from the exchange. It's like the creation. It's like the creating of gold. Gold cannot drop from the sky. It cannot fall from the sky for free. You have to buy from someone, or you have to mine it from the mountain. So which means like you must produce before you get reward. You cannot get anything for free. That is a fundamental principles why we stick to classic blockchain consensus, which is POW. So since the inception of this project, let me explain to you. We currently, the project, the test network has been launched for a while, and right now, let me see, we have we have like 200 million coins, right? So the miners has already mined 64 million. All right. So another like 140 million are left to be mined. You know, for previously for the future for the miners to participate. So why we launched the Medina network is because of like is because of we have reached to a stage, which means we have to upgrade our miners. So initially, there's going to be three different several perspectives. Firstly, we needed to enhance because after when we launched this mining network, and there's a lot of participation from the miners, from a lot of 4,000 miners. So right now we will see that we need to do some enhancement of our stability and security, because as a blockchain protocol, it hosts a lot of values for a lot of miners, right? So you have to make sure your chain and your protocol must be very secure. All right, it's first one. And secondly, it must be very stable, because sometimes I conduct a transaction, it's not stable, and sometimes it's very instant arrival of a transaction, and sometimes it takes like a half hour. So we need this kind of stability and security for the blockchain. So this is the first one. Secondly, that is we need to we're trying to adopt a new algorithm which is friendly to FPGA miners. So because previously our miners are mostly based on GPU, all right? But GPU miners somehow they're very fluctuating. Sometimes 4,000 miners will come, and sometimes then like there's going to be a serious a dramatic reduction of the miners to participate in the network, to maintain the network. So in order to maintain the stability of the network, and in order to reduce the fluctuations of GPU miners, so we decided to upgrade our algorithm. We support GPU miners. At the same time, we support FPGA miners. FPGA miners, that is like yesterday, likewise right now, since we are changing to FPGA mining, yesterday I received like a potential partnership from Taiwan. All right, so the guy is a miner, right? So he's a miner, and he is trying to approach me. I said, "What's the problem?" He said, "Oh, I need technical support because I want to mine Qitmeer from the Qitmeer blockchain." So you will see that immediate response from market when you decided to be accessible and to be open to the FPGA miners. You will see there's a seriously immediate response from the market. We have the guy is a guy from Taiwan, but he has business in Indonesia, Jakarta, and Taiwan. He want to support Qitmeer mining. So which means like, and another three main manufacturers of FPGA in China also are doing tests with Qitmeer right now. So you can see that is, if we support a new algorithm, which means we are more accessible, we are more open, and also we bring more ecosystem stakeholders, which is benefit to the whole system. Because if the miner is from one source, if the miner is from only one country, and if miner is from one type, it's not stable. It's not secure, and it's not stable for the whole ecosystem. So that is why, like, we improve the algorithm to support the FPGA miners and to upgrade our mining system. And at the same time, that is when we process our blocks and our algorithm, after our testing, we found out it's not sometimes it's not very flexible. And so that is why we are going to improve the DAC difficulties. So the DAC difficulties will support the output of the blocks to be more stable, and it's going to enhance, improve the security of the protocol. So generally speaking, that is we want to upgrade our algorithm and the difficulties to make the chain more stable and more secure. At the same time, we want to invite and attract more miners from different sections to participate in this blockchain to make our ecosystem more healthy, more organic.
Oh, thank you very much. And it sounds like that Qitmeer and Qitmeer have a lot of great things planned. And good,
okay, that's great. Yeah. At the same time, I can talk. Maybe next time we can talk about the use cases of Qitmeer blockchain. Okay. So how do we? Maybe next time, so maybe we can create another chance, right, to talk about stablecoin, asset tokenization. Because my focus is not technical. I mostly focus how to commercialize this blockchain. Because when we create Qitmeer or Mir in the future, that is, we have underlying input of the energy consumption to support the value of the Mir, all right, or to support the coin, all right, which means it's from production side. But at the same time, we need to create demand of this coin.
Exactly.
Yeah. So my main effort is to drive the adoption of Qitmeer blockchain in the space of Islamic finance, in the space of ethical finance, to enhance financial inclusion, to work with regulators, to work with central banks, to support them to issue their own fiat money-based stablecoin, or asset-based stablecoin, or infrastructure asset-based stablecoin, to support this kind of international value transfer, such as payments, such as remittance. So I'm in talks with a variety of regulators in Middle East and Africa. So far, the response are very positive. So which means like we need to make Qitmeer and Mir very valuable in the future from two channels. One channel is to the input of energy consumption, and another channel is to create use cases to boost the adoption of this blockchain. That is, I'm hoping to have the participation from all the ecosystem stockholders, so we can make this ecosystem dynamic, organic, vivid, and prosperous. That is my hope, and I encourage all the industry stakeholders to participate, so we can be able to boost the development of this ecosystem. Thank you, Ali. Yeah.
Having Hassan Abdullah. And guys, catch us next time where we dive more into the different use cases of Qitmeer.
Right. Yeah. Next time we can focus on the commercial side, and this time we focus about the technical side. All right.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Ali. Assalamu alaikum. Have a nice day.
Wassalam.